Namaste. This is a class of pharmaceutical analysis, semester first, and today's topic is experimental error and uncertainty. No physical quantity can be measured with perfect certainty. There are always errors in any measurement. This means that if we measure some quantity and then repeat the measurement, we will almost certainly measure a different value the second time. How then we can know the true value of a physical quantity? That is the big question. And in this, you must know what is the error and you must know how we analyze the error. So let's start. First is type and the source of experimental error. When scientists refer to experimental error, they are not referring to what the common called mistake, blunder or miscalculation. Sometimes in the experiment we always do some type of mistake. Sometimes also referred to as illegitimate human or personal error. These type of error can result from measuring a width than the length should have been measured, or measuring the voltage across the wrong portion of an electric current, or misleading the scale or an instrument, or the forgetting to divide the diameter by 2 before calculating. Sometimes also referred to as illegitimate human or personal error. So as you know all, we when sometime we do the experiment, we do certain errors, okay, or it errors, these type of errors can be result from measuring a wide when the length should have been measured. जब हम किसी voltage and wrong proportional electrical current ले लेते हैं या misleading instrumental scale ले लेते हैं, when we don't know how to use the instrument, then we always do the errors in this. Such errors are surely significant, but they can be eliminated by performing the experiment again and again. So if we do the experiment again and again, so we can remove such errors, so we can have a proper by having a proper knowledge of the instrument. Then experimental error on the other hand are inherent to the measurement process and cannot be eliminated simply by repeating the experiment, no matter how careful. There are two types of experimental errors. First is systemic error and random error. So let's see what is systemic error. Systemic error are errors that affect the accuracy of a measurement. Systemic error are one-sided error because in the absence of other type of error, repeated measurements yield result that differ from the true or accepted value by the same amount. The accuracy of measurement subject to systemic error cannot be improved by repeating those measurements. Systematic error cannot easily be analyzed by statistical analysis. So by statistical analysis we cannot analyze the systemic error. These errors are affected by accuracy of the measurements. They are one-sided error because other type of error, repeat measurement yield result, okay, but in systemic error the repeated yield cannot be measured the result. Systemic error can be difficult to detect, but once detected can be reduced only by refining the measurement method. So if we accurate our measurement method, then we can minimize the systemic error. Common source of systemic error are faulty calibration of measuring instrument, poorly maintenance instrument, or faulty reading of the instrument by the user. So the common systemic error is जब हम फॉल्टली कैलिब्रेट करते हैं किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट को, या फिर किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट की प्रॉपर मेंटेनेंस नहीं होती है और वो पुअर मेंटेनेंस पे है, ख़राब है इंस्ट्रूमेंट, प्रॉपर वर्क नहीं कर रहा है, वी डोंट नो द एक्यूरेसी ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट, देन दैट कॉज द सिस्टमिक एरर और फॉल्टी रीडिंग ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट। अगर हमें प्रॉपरली रीडिंग लेनी नहीं आती, यूज़ करना नहीं आता, तो वी कांट know what is the correct reading of the reading given by the instrument. So this type of error is commonly done by the users. A common form of this last source of systemic error is called parallax error, which result from the user reading an instrument at an angle resulting in a reading which is constantly high or constantly low. Next is random error. Random error are error that affect the precision of a measurement. Random error are two-side error because in the absence of other type of error, repeated measurement yield results that fluctuate above and below the true or accepted value. Measurement subject to random error differ from each other due to random unpredictable variation in the measurement process. The precision of measurement subject to the random error can be improved by repeating those measurements. So if we do the repeated if we practicing the repeated experiment, then we can easily minimize the random error. Next is calculating experimental error. When a scientist report the result of experiment, the report must be describe the accuracy and the precision of the experiment measurement. Some common way to describe accuracy and precision are significant figures. The least significant digit in a measurement depend upon the small unit that can be measured using the measuring instrument. The precision of the measurement can be estimated by the number of significant digits with which the measurement is reported. In general, any measurement is reported to a precision equal to 1/10 of the smaller graduation on the measuring instrument, and the precision of the measurement is said to be 1/10 of the small graduation. For example, a measurement of length using a meter stick with 1 mm graduate will be reported with a precision of plus minus 0.1 mm. A measurement of the value using a graduate cylinder with 1 ml graduated will be reported with a precision of plus minus 0.1 ml. Next is the percentage error. Percentage error, sometimes referred to as fractional difference, measure the accuracy of a measurement by the difference between a measured or experimental value E and a true or accepted value A. The percentage error is calculated from the following equation: A minus E minus A is percentage error. So here we have completed this. For any query you can comment below. Thank you.